Alright, little awareness check. On your feet, not your face. Alright. Okay, so, gentlemen, welcome to the 506 Aerosol School. I'm Sergeant First Class Eluri. I'll be your instructor today. Soon, we'll hopefully be joined by Captain Blair, who will be my assistant instructor and our pilot for tonight. If for any reason he's a no-show, which he shouldn't be, I'll try to get a substitute so we can still fly tonight. But until then, we'll be waiting for him to hop in here in any second. Anyway, so tonight's class we're going to be talking aerosol school stuff. You get to learn about helicopters, hop into them, hop out of them, do all kinds of fun stuff. If at any point in time in this class you have a question or comment, just type it in side chat and we'll address it ASAP. And if I cannot answer your question at the time you're asking, then just make a note, write it down, so you don't forget about it later. And notes are highly encouraged or suggested that you be taking notes because it's a lot of information you need to process, and aerosol is something that we do often enough, but we also fuck up too often. So I expect everybody to pay attention tonight and ask a lot of questions. At any point in time, anything is unclear or vague or whatever, or there's something itching, then just spit it out, ask. We're here to fucking train you guys up, answer all your questions, and make sure you're comfortable doing this shit. Anyway, right off the bat, do you have any questions for me?
No, Sergeant.
No, Sergeant.
Negative, Sergeant.
Negative, Sergeant.
Negative, Sergeant.
Okay. Then, starting from the left, so Private Gonzalez, Sergeant Simon, so on. File up, follow me.
That was beautiful.
Okay, to my right, to your left, go straight until you're stored, and left face facing me. So you're all here. Excellent. Okay. Now we'll get you all assigned, structured, and loaded up for night's class. Sergeant Simon, go and join me up here. Face the crowd. Okay. Sergeant Simon, you'll be the acting squad leader.
Copy that.
For tonight's class. All right. Who here is a billet medic?
I am. Sorry, Private Gonzalez.
Private Gonzalez, excellent. You're the first one to speak. You will be the squad. Yep. Sorry, Private Gonzalez got ahead. So, Private Gonzalez, you'll be the squad medic.
Copy that, Sergeant.
All right. Now, Sergeant Simon,
Yes.
I'm handing it up to you. Go and pick yourself 2 team leaders.
Copy
and
that.
The rest of them are gonna be your fire team members. You are gonna be running 5-man fire teams. So just make sure the 5th guy grabs just the normal rifleman loadout, no AT, and that should be fine. And once you're all assigned and grouped up, then go and grab your loadouts, get into your PCC formations, do your pre-combat checks, radio checks, whatever the hell you need, and then report back to me once you're all done.
Copy
Sound
that.
good?
Yes, sir.
All right, get to it.
Alrighty. I'll take Specialist N White as Alpha team lead. Specialist M Dallas as Bravo team lead.
Copy.
Let's see. Alright, I want Private First Class Douglas on Alpha. Private First Class Krupp on Alpha. I want Private First Class Freehand on Bravo. I want Private Doyle on Bravo. I want Private Balch on Bravo. I want Private First Class Wells on Bravo. And Private R. Gonzalez on Alpha, and Private E. Archer on Alpha. Bravo
What-
is blue, Alpha is red.
What frequency we're using tonight?
100 standard.
100.
Roger.
So then
So
Alpha will be
Bravo be on Cat
100.1, and Bravo, yes, will be on 100.2. I believe that is the 5-man fire teams. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Alright.
Are we clear
Okay.
to go take a loadout?
Yeah, okay, so whoever's team leaders, go gather up teams, assign your roles, grab your loadouts, and then get ready for the pre-combat checks.
Copy that.
Copy.
That Sergeant. Sergeant Simon.
All right, Bravo on me.
A firm?
Whenever we go to the boxes, I would recommend that we do it 2 at a time, so it's not overcrowded.
All right.
Copy that.
CLS.
Okay, you get CLS.
Alpha, line up
Wells,
here in
I
front of
want you AR. Yep, you go ahead do that. And
I'll take
Private
rifle.
Douglas, you are going
you
to
two-
be
you two are
the
riflemen.
automatic rifleman for Alpha.
All right.
You will also be 2IC.
All right, go get your
Copy.
loadouts.
Do I have ability
Negative.
Grenadier in this lineup? Would anybody like to take Grenadier? Otherwise, I'm going to pick somebody.
I can do it.
Private R. Gonzalez, you will be Grenadier.
Copy.
Let's see. Private Archer, are you CLS qualified? Alright, then you will be Rifleman and CLS, take an AT4. Private Krupp, you will also be a Rifleman, do not take an AT4 or CLS. Right.
Bravo, do you want me to take
Myself
AT
and
stick
Douglas
as well?
will kit up first. And
Yeah, go
I'll
ahead.
just send the other 3 of you at
Hey,
that
bro.
time.
I need to update my shit.
Alright, Douglas, let me know ASAP when you're ready.
Yeah, copy.
Actual, this is Alpha. Radio check on frequency 100. Over.
Alpha, this is actual Regional Lima Charlie on 100. Over.
Roger. Alpha out.
This is Private Rails, radio check frequency 100.2. Over.
You got your boys all assigned a kit?
This Bravo.
Hey,
Region
firm, I'm
Charlie,
having him
contact you, over.
kit up 2 at a time so it doesn't
Roger.
crowd out the box.
Copy that.
Sergeant.
Actual, this is Bravo. Radio check on 100. Over.
Bravo, this is actual Regional Lima Charlie on 100. Over.
Roger out.
Douglas, are you good?
Yeah,
Alright.
copy. I just had to mess with this because I thought I had a AR loadout saved, but I had to adjust the training loadout.
Actually, this is
Yeah.
Snake. Radio check frequency 100 over.
Mike, this is actual Regional Lima Charlie on 100. Over.
Copy out.
Bravo, this is Vault on radio frequency.
Let me know when you
Uh,
guys are both
Gonzalez,
ready.
Archer,
Radio check.
Go ahead and go up.
Just let me know.
This is Bravo. Read Lima Charlie.
And,
Over.
Krupp, go ahead and take your load out like
Over, Bravo.
30 seconds from now or so. Because by then I think the rest of Bravo will
Specialist
be
Dallas,
away.
have an up-to-date AR kit. I only have the training one.
I will see if I can make mine public. It's not exactly up to date, but it is. It's there.
Evan.
Gonzalez, make sure you there you go.
I made one public. I think it's pretty up to date.
Also, Douglas, I'm going to need you to condition for your weapon, man.
It literally just was. The fuck?
It's a known
Yeah.
tech issue.
All right, there we go. Fix that.
Oh, this Douglas ready to check on point
All
one.
right, Bravo. Let me know when you're all
Douglas,
ready.
this is White. I read you 5x5 on point
Vault
1.
is ready.
Tango Mike out.
Special away. Who's
Yes.
gonna be to
Let's
your
go ahead and line
YC
up when we're ready.
CLS
Over
today?
here.
2IC is
ready.
going to be Private Douglas. CLS will be Private Archer.
Copy that.
Station is net.
Wells, your 2IC.
0.1.
Evan.
Gonzalez, this is Alpha. I read you 5x5 on point 1. Over.
Roger.
Go ahead and let's go ahead and make likewise with Bravo and line up when you guys are ready.
This is Wells all green.
Go ahead and
on,
scooch
PTC.
closer to Bravo.
Yep, Ephraim, starting.
Special
Copy
Dallas.
that. Line up.
Special Dallas.
Yes.
Who's gonna be your 2IC and CLS?
Wells is 2IC. Which one of you said you were CLS? Doyle.
Copy that. Thanks.
All station on this net is Private Doyle on 100.2. Radio check over.
So Douglas, I'm going to have you take
Doyle, this is
the
Bravo.
other
Reach
two
you,
except
Lima
for
Charlie.
Gonzalez.
Over.
Gonzalez is going to run with me.
Are you
Copy
running
that, Captain
already?
Archer.
Copy that.
Are you guys all ready?
Well,
I still need a couple radio checks, Sergeant. Give me
Fian,
just a
this
moment.
is Dallas. Read you, Lima Charlie on point 2. Over.
Fian, this is Balch. Hearing you 5x5. Over.
Krupp, this is Alpha. I read you 5x5 on point 1. Over.
What's up?
One of you two needs to drop the AT. One Private Doyle or Bolt. You can only carry one AT.
This is point 1, but I read you 5x5 Archer on.
I'll drop it.
0.1. Over.
All right.
Sergeant Simon, all my guys are checked in and ready at this time.
Copy that. Just waiting to get rid of that extra AT, and then we should be green.
All done.
Once again, make sure your guys' weapons are conditioned for it this time.
I should be ready to go.
Sounds like I'm in Private Wells. Go and switch out your backpacks.
Oh,
Do something other than kit bags,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
to be
yeah.
accurate to your current
sorry
billet.
about that.
Damn weapon squad.
Sorry.
What bag do we pick?
The
Oh, Dallas, what do we
hydration
do with
pack.
you?
Either
not
either
put
any
me
of
in
the
the wet
vacuums
squad.
or the kit or the assault pack.
Where is it? What the fuck?
There you go. Actually, go and grab either the assault or the hydration pack.
Which one is the hydration one?
Should be right around that one that you just had.
An
Above
assault
it or
pack
below
is
it.
fine as well. There we go. That's fine as well.
Alright, sweet.
Alright, we should be all set then.
Well set.
Affirm, Sergeant.
Excellent. All right. Then, before we move any further, go and everybody just school circle around on me.
Copy.
Nice, close, comfortable. Okay. So, everybody tell me, since we're in aerosol school, so what even is aerosol? Anybody know? Everybody point it out right off the top of their heads. What is aerosol?
Helicopter attack.
That would be a gun run.
Insertion via helicopter.
They're getting closer. Yeah. Insertion how, where, which manner, who.
Usually right on top of or behind enemy lines.
Mm-hmm. Who? Who is inserting?
Us, the infantry.
Infantry, exactly. Air assault infantry. So, this parachuting air assault?
No, negative.
Negative.
No, what is that?
It's
What's that?
airborne, Sergeant.
It's
It's
airborne.
parachuting, Sergeant.
There we go, that's airborne. So, there's a difference between air assault and airborne. We are not airborne because we're not flopping down midair. So, we are air assaulting. So, we usually touch ground or get very close to it, i.e. the fast rope, or repel. Repelling for helicopters is also air assault, but we don't repel in this unit. Numerous reasons, primary reason being it's broken as hell and you will hurt yourself, if not the helicopter, which is even worse. So we only either land or fast rope, and we'll be touching on both here shortly. So you get the idea right. Air assault is insertion via helicopter or air transport behind enemy lines or within enemy seized territory to conduct different combat operations or tasks. So it's usually light infantry that's going to be inserted. Us being, of course, the prime example of it. So there you go. While air assaulting is fun as shit, it could be also quite dangerous, and we will go over all of it during this class. So, any questions right off the bat?
Negative, Sergeant.
Negative.
All right.
Negative, Sergeant.
All right, excellent. Then allow me to don my hardcover, and let's get out to the flight line. Follow me. All right, we'll circle up. Tactical banana. All right. So, first off, we're going to talk about the airframes that we use for air assault. We have two types. Anybody name them?
The UH-60 Blackhawk and the CH-47 Chinook.
Phoenix
Okay.
88, Phoenix.
All right, there you go. So we got both model numbers and the call signs. So if a firm to your right or my left is the UH-60 Blackhawk, or call sign Phoenix, and over to my right, you guys left, is the CH-47F Chinook, or the Phoenix Heavy. So these are the two primary airframes we use to conduct the air assault operations in this unit. And while being primary, they're also the two only ones. So there you go. Now, both have their own strengths and weaknesses. The UH-60M or the Blackhawk, being the smaller version, more nimble, can carry 14 troopers, include if you count the guys on the miniguns. So it's 12 passengers, 2 gunners, so 14 in a cargo. So that's a rifle squad plus some extras. While the Chinook can carry, well, used to be able to carry 26. So 24 plus 2. Now it's even more. I believe it goes up to 28. The reason being, so we can fit an entire task force in 2 Chinooks, which is awesome. But then again, brings out more of the Chinook's weakness, which is its dismount. If you know anything about it, it takes much longer to get in and out of the Chinook in both landing and fast drop scenario than the Blackhawk, which is why I prefer the Blackhawks for, you know, hot and dangerous inserts, because you can simply operate faster with it. While the Chinooks is a hefty and strong airframe, loading is quite. It takes a while, let's say. Somebody had a question, comment. Missed the name. Speak up.
That was me, Sergeant Lurie.
Go ahead.
Specialist White.
Go
Thank
ahead.
you, Sergeant. So when you said it can hold 28 and that it had been adjusted, is that including the gunners or not including the gunners, Sergeant?
To my understanding, it's actually, yeah, I believe including the gunners it's up to 30. I really have to, because it just changed it. I might be inaccurate numbers, but I do believe they added 4 extra seats at the back, so it's 28 plus 2 now. So total of 30, if I'm not mistaken. But don't quote me on that just yet. I do not have the official documentation on hand right now.
Understood. Thank you, Sergeant. That's all I had.
Yep. So it fits way more than what we need tonight. So don't even worry about it. Anyway, so first, that is familiar with the airframes. First, we're going to talk about mounting, dismounting. We're going to run out a couple of drills, practice a little bit, move through a couple different scenarios. Then we're going to move into our little flight exercise. We get out of the field, actually conduct a infill, exfil exercise, then come back, and then we'll move on to fast roping. And once we get to that, we'll talk more about it. But currently, let's move over to the Blackhawk. I'll let you let's get you guys started on the boarding procedures. So, join me over here. Give me 1 quick second to open up the doors on this baby. There we go. All right.
Hey, firm. Not now. Let's
Yep. Oh, wait up. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. All right. So, anybody want to tell me what's the proper way of boarding this baby? How do you approach it? From where and how?
90-degree.
Sorry, what was that?
90-degree angle.
Excellent. So 90-degree angle off the side. Also, you have to probably need to speak up a bit because I barely heard you on that one.
Should be better now, sorry.
I guess we'll see. All right. So correct, a 90-degree angle. So one volunteer fire team go and line up for me on this side, as if you were to actually fucking board this thing. And everybody else, go and give them space, and we'll talk about it. All right. So, who is the team leader of this group? Go and stand up. Okay. Why did you place yourself at the front?
I was just trying to lead by example and take initiative when you asked for a volunteer, Sergeant. I realize this is not the correct position for me.
Okay. What is the correct position for you?
I believe I should be at the back of the line, Sergeant.
Exactly. So get over there.
Gonzalez, if you could shimmy up a little bit closer.
Okay. So, why are the team leaders all the way at the back? So, you guys back there, anybody want to tell me? What's
so
the
that
first?
they can ensure that everyone gets in.
All right, there we go. First reason: command and control. All right. So, visual confirmation that everybody's boarding. He'll be able to monitor his team, and once everybody's in, he's the last man. Once he's in, the entire team's in, so he knows for sure that everything's hunky dory, and he can radio up to the squad leader that, hey, Alpha's in, Bravo's in, whatever. Doesn't have to wait for anybody. Doesn't have to wait for any audible confirmation. He's gonna have visual that every single one of these guys is on board. Easy peasy. The second reason, which will be more applicable later, is will come into play during fast roping, and has to do with numbers. But we'll touch more on that later. Okay, but here we'll just go for the number one reason: command and control. Team leader stays at the back. Squad leader is the last one to board of the squad, etc., etc. It goes all the way up the chain. Now, who should be at the front of this line?
The AR or the HMG team.
Sorry?
The AR or the 240.
Exactly. Why is that?
So they're the first people out of the chopper.
Yes, usually. Yep, also comes in play when fast dropping because numbers. Also plays more vital role during the Chinook. We'll touch on that as well. But here, it's also important. So, Private Douglas, go on and scoot yourself over to the front of the line. Okay. Whatever happens in the middle here, those three guys, or two, in normal fire team's case, doesn't really matter. As long as the first guy and the last guy are set correctly. Now, I'm going to tell you that this is not a requirement, so to speak. You're not required to do this every time, but it is it is heavily suggested, and I don't see any reason why you shouldn't want to do this. So, a preferred method of boarding, or preferred way, is this. Now, the first one to board, the AR or the machine gunner, is going to have the option, or more leeway in choosing which seat he's going to choose. Because the first one in there, so he has all the fucking spots to choose from. The AR preferably wants either of the seats right at the door. So if he were to choose any of the seats from here, he would choose one of the bench seats, the left bench or the right bench. I believe here you have the options of left bench 1 and 2. Now that's either of those two seats by the door. And he's going to have the option to point his weapon out the side of the helicopter and provide security for the airframe. And which makes sense because he's got the weapon with the most firepower. So you want him doing that. Do not stick him somewhere in the middle where his weapon system is going to be useless. Utilize it. Make good use of it. Make it work in your favor. So you want the ARs and machine gunners to sit by the door when they can provide fire support. Also, if you can stick a grenadier in there, that's also good, because 40 millimeters. Yes, you can lob them from helicopters, and they're effective if you're good enough with them. So your highest casualty producing weapons go to the doors, so they can use them. Make sense?
What?
Right,
excellent. So, and who goes on the gun, minigun?
The team leader started.
Exactly. And this is exactly what we're going to do right now. So, Specialist White, I'm going to give you permission to board this thing, and go and load your fire team up as efficiently as humanly possible. So, utilize the correct seats, and yeah. How about it?
Copy that, Sergeant. All right, we got permission to board. Start loading up. Douglas Gonzalez, I want you on the port side window seat. I'll take the gun.
Copy that.
Archer just select right and back. There we go.
Call when you're loaded up.
All right. Special spike going to switch crew chief. Yeah, there we go. All right. All right. You see what it's doing with the gun right now? Okay.
Take them.
All right. He's doing it correctly. So if we're on base, on the ground, on the deck, you want that minigun pointed down and forward. Reason being, this thing does not have a fucking safety. Your Brugger hook is the fucking safety. If that slips, you will let off 5 rounds or more of 7.62, and if it's not pointed at the ground in such manner, it'll probably end up in somebody's face. So you don't want to do that. So for safety reasons, we keep our miniguns pointed just like that. Exactly in that fashion. Alright. And as you see, the 240 and the Grenadier, the 249 and the 320 are on the door. Go on, raise your weapons and point them out for me. There we go. So your highest casualty producing weapons are able to fire out off the sides, and all hunky dory. And anybody want to tell me what the other fire team on the other side is going to do?
Same thing.
Exactly, they're going to replicate that same pattern, and everybody's happy. Make sense?
Confirm.
Right. Special spike, go and unload your team.
Copy that, Sergeant.
No need to pull secured right now, just walk out.
Go ahead and start punching out, guys. Let me know when you're all out. I will be last man.
Douglas out.
Once that is out.
Yep. Alright, get around here from me.
Alpha's out.
Just one guy left behind. There we go.
Oh, I thought he was out. My bad, Sergeant.
Okay.
Apologies.
Alright, reface me. Okay. So this was an example of how a fire team boards a helicopter. Now, as for boarding with a whole squad, there are 2 options. The preferred method is that you load in simultaneously from both sides. So one fire team, second fire team other side, and the squad leader and the mic just, follow up wherever they feel like it. Now, the other option is that you all line up on the same side. Used when we're simply unable to reach the other side of the helicopter. Good example would be that when, let's say we're in a hot extract and somebody's already on the minigun, laying down suppressive fire in sort of that direction, and you're heading in from there, they're covering for your rear. Obviously, you're going to squeeze in through the first door you see, it's just going to hop in from here. And that ends up usually with the whole squad being loaded in from one side. Not the case when we're at base though, because we always try to fucking load in from 2 sides. However, if you are, just give me 1 second. There you go. Sorry for that. Now, however, if you would end up in a situation, where you have to load in the entire squad from one side, it's possible that you end up with a situation where all the seats on this side are full and you won't be able to get in. Now, what is the correct way of getting to the other side of the helicopter? How do you move over?
The front.
Cross on the front side of the bird.
Cross on the front side. Now, how?
Kneeling. Crossing so the gunner doesn't shoot, and then stay as close to the helicopter as you can, going around the front.
There are 2 options. So, one is simply crouched, and you go around right here, just hugging the canopy and going around to their side. Now, the safer way is to back all the way out until you're out of the wingspan of the rotor blades, and then go around the front in that manner. One is safer, one is quicker, but both instances you'll be crossing for the front. What is the reason for that?
Pilot can
There's
see
just
you.
not a spinny death blade up front, Sergeant.
Exactly. So you have that thing, which you want to get into close proximity of, and the more important reason, so the pilot can fucking see you. If anybody's taking around their helicopter, they want to know about it. So the pilot, let's make sure the pilot has visual confirmation that you're crossing over to the other side around his airframe. So you go around the front. Period. That's that. Now, however, we're going to talk about unloading. So once you're all on board, we're all happy, but at some point, you got to get out. So what is the correct way of getting out? If you're at base, just like that, there's no need to do anything other than just hop out and walk out. Just walk away. At all times during the helicopter, it is a good habit to stay crouched, but you don't have to currently crouch when either boarding or unboarding. Why? Can anybody tell me?
The rotors are not spinning.
Rotors are not spinning, correct. So if the rotor's not spinning, you don't have to stay crouched necessarily, but I advise you all to still do it and get into the habit of doing it, because at one point the rotors are going to start spinning, and if you forget to duck down, then yeah, sorry, your head's going to go flying. So try to stay crouched, but if you're just walking up to the helicopter like this while sitting on base, rotor's not spinning, nobody's going to yell at you. But just make sure you don't forget to kneel down later on. Now, when we're disembarking a helicopter, unloading in combat, we grab security for the helicopter. Now, because believe it or not, the helicopter, while it's sitting on the ground, is very fucking vulnerable. So while it's staying there, we got to provide security for it before we go any further. Now, how do we do this with the Blackhawk?
You do two semicircles around the doors.
There we go. 2 semicircles around the doors. So you form a 3 security pattern around the helicopter. Okay, so we're just going to demonstrate it with one fire team right now. So
Bravo.
Whichever, yep. So Dallas' team this time. Everybody else back away. Dallas, get your team ready to board.
All right, ready to board. AR up front.
Okay. So go ahead and board, load your guys in, and on your go, just whenever you feel like it, hop out and grab proper security for me on this side.
Copy that. Go ahead and load Bravo.
Affirm. Wells is loaded.
Doyle is loaded.
Alpha's all loaded. Or Bravo's all loaded.
And whenever you feel like it, give a command to hop out, grab security.
All right, Bravo, dismount, 360 security on that side.
Wells is out.
Doyle's out.
Balls out.
Fiend's out.
Grab the other side.
Okay. All right, everybody stop moving for a minute. All right. Private Doyle. All right, you're way far, so go ahead and scoot back in. All right, now look around you and figure out which way you should be covering. Adjust your sectors. Make sure nobody is in anyone's line of fire. Try to even it out. All right, getting better. Okay, everybody stop wiggling. Look at your sectors. Brefina, you can take a small slide backwards. All right, so this is pretty good. So we have the entire side covered. There are no big gaps, and everybody's tight. This is the farthest you want to go when you're dismounting in combat, because you want to stay within the wingspan of the rotor blades. So you don't want to extend anywhere beyond them.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
I thought that we were to be at the wingspan. That's why I was forward that way.
That you? Go on.
Yeah, I thought that.
You thought what? Go ahead.
I thought that it was at the end of that we were to do the 360 like this.
A little bit more spaced out.
Go lay down where you just were. I'm gonna explain it. So you can extend up to here. So yeah, but you still need to stay within the rotor assembly. So you can stretch it out a bit further as long as you don't, extend outside from the ends of the rotor blades. So about here, this is the farthest you want to go. As long as you stay within it, it's fine, but you don't want to go any further. This is more of an immersion issue than, Arma issue, because turbulence over here, if you were to, let's say, lay down right here where I'm standing, turbulence would fucking kick off dust and dirt into your face. You wouldn't be able to see anything. You would cough your fucking lungs out. So, want to stay nice and tight, so you'll still be able to breathe. So it's more of an immersion issue. Also, from a time constraint perspective as well, I mean, you want that helicopter to stay underground as little as possible, and you want to get on the deck as quickly as possible. So no need to run all the way out there. Just take a couple steps, lay down, keep it tight around the helicopter.
Roger.
Yep.
Question, Sergeant.
Right. So everybody clear on that? Anybody got any questions?
I got a question, Sergeant.
Who was I?
Probably Gonzalez.
Go ahead.
Gonzalez.
Go ahead.
Is any like we got the AR right there? I'm assuming that's the Grenadier over back there. Is any I mean, when they dismount, it's going to be any space as long as they take a sector, or we want the AR front on the back, or vice versa?
On a Blackhawk, it's not important. Anybody can grab any fucking sector they want. It's just you hop out of a helicopter, you see a sector that's open, you get down, and you take it. That's pretty much it. So how it normally works, ends up working out is that everybody hops out of a Blackhawk at more or less at the same time. Everybody's going to run in a separate direction, lay down, grab a sector, then look to your left, look to the right, see if there are any gaps to be filled or anything, then expect a couple seconds of wiggling around to make sure everything is hunky-dory, all sectors are covered, and you'll end up in a formation like this. So, and there are no fixed spots for any person within a squad. So, you see a sector, you take it.
Copy that, Sergeant. Thank you.
All right. So we're gonna do this once with both fire teams, or the entire squad on both sides simultaneously. So go on Bravo, recover, back up, and Sergeant Simon, go and take your squad, get them lined up on both sides of the helicopter, get them loaded in, and get them dismounted and grab security. Let me see what the big picture looks like, and also everybody turn around and welcome Chief Dask as our pilot tonight.
What's up,
Howdy,
Chief?
Howdy, Chief.
Hello, gentlemen. Hello, Chief.
Thank you for joining us. Really appreciate it. All right, Sergeant Simon, you're up.
Copy that. Alpha Bravo, I want Alpha on the left side, Bravo on the right side. Go ahead and get.
Sergeant Simon, I cannot hear you on net right now.
Any station that's net, this is actual radio check frequency 100.
Actual, this is Alpha. I read you 5x5 on 100. Over.
Copy that. Alpha, I want you on the left side. Bravo, I want you on the right side. Go ahead and get lined up.
Alpha copies. All right, Alpha.
Bravo copies.
You know your positions.
All right, we are taking the right side. Go ahead and get in your
Mike,
positions.
we're gonna just hop in right here behind Alpha.
Roger that.
Go ahead and get in front of me.
Sergeant Simon, are we good? Do we have permission to board?
Wait one. Sergeant Eluri, do we have permission to board?
Yep.
Copy that. A firm, we got permission to board. Go ahead and start loading in.
Alpha copies.
Bravo copies.
Loaded.
Let's start boarding. Douglas, Gonzalez, port side window seats.
Copy, Douglas.
Let me know when you guys are all in.
Gonzalez.
Bravo copies.
Third in.
Archer in.
Alpha's in.
This is Alpha, all in at this time, over.
Mike is in.
This is Bravo, all packs loaded.
Copy that. All in, all in. Alright, Alpha Bravo, go ahead and start disembark. Get 360 security on this helicopter.
Start disembarking.
Copy that.
Last man out.
Bravo, disembark.
All when you're out.
360 security, go.
Got it east.
Wells down. Free ends out.
All right, hop out.
Mike out.
Alpha's out.
This is Alpha, all out.
All right. Now
This is Bravo, all out.
everybody who's out, make sure you look around you. I mean, per Doyle, all right, you're good. Per Bulge, you scoot forward a little bit. There we go. Let's even it out. As much as you can. All right, good over here. Everything. All right, now everybody look to your left, look to your right. Remember what this formation looks like, all right? Because every time you get out of a fucking Black Hawk, you want to replicate that.
Hey, firm,
Everybody
Sergeant.
good?
Copy that,
Everybody good?
Sergeant.
Everybody happy?
Hey, firm,
Copy that.
Sergeant.
Hey, firm, Sergeant. Hooah.
All right,
Confirm, Sergeant.
awesome. Then go and recover and rally up.
All right, rally on Sergeant.
Affirm.
Sweet. All right. So, any questions regarding the Black Hawk?
Negative, Sergeant.
Negative, Sergeant.
Make it, Sergeant.
Good stuff. Okay. Now, we're gonna touch quickly on the Chinook. Mostly same shit, but a couple of minor differences in terms of procedures. But shouldn't take long. So everybody go and follow me over to the Black Hawk. Chief, would you be able to open the ramp for us, please?
Hey, firm, standby.
Thank you. All right, so gather around. So now the Chinook. Now, if on Blackhawk's case we approach from on a 90-degree angle from both sides, how do we approach this baby?
45 degrees off the back
Exactly. Why is that?
because of the exhaust.
Right, because you don't want to get fucking flaming hot Cheeto fart in your face, right? So you approach from a 45-degree angle to stay away from the backblast of those fucking engines. So from around here, actually, a volunteer fire team go and demonstrate that for me.
Alpha,
And
let's
everybody
get
else, yep, and everybody else back away. Give them some space.
Douglas, go ahead up on point. You're gonna want the
Gonzalez,
window
go ahead,
view
mate.
again.
So again, same principle of order.
Go ahead of me.
Same order principle. So Douglas, so ARs, machine gunners up front. Now, here when you board up, the ARs, the machine gunners are gonna grab either of the two seats at the very rear. So it's gonna be either passenger right ramp or left ramp. Those are gonna be two rearmost seats. And again, they'll be able to point their weapons out, provide security, and also one extra bit. On the Chinook's case, does anybody know how we onboard this baby? How do we get out?
From rear to front, left to right.
Actually, it's one by one from back to front. So the ARs, the machine gunners, the guys with the most firepower are going to be the first ones out. And once they're out, they're going to do what is called a button hook to their respective side, and they're going to be the first ones to on board and lie down right next to the ramp, right where I am at right now. So if you're an AR machine gunner, pay close attention. This is what you'll be doing when you're getting out. So the first one out, you're gonna button hook and lay down right next to the ramp covering the front. Because the entire fucking shock is gonna be getting out of the back of the helicopter, which means the front gets less security. It's the least secure sector of the Chinook, and you want your highest casualty producing weapon to cover that sector to compensate for it. So that is why the seating for the ARs and machine gunners in a Chinook's case is very fucking important. Am I making sense to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Sweet. Okay. So, again, we're going to do a little demonstration of loading and unloading. So actually, Sergeant Simon, go and take the other fire team, rest of the squad, and line them up on the other side.
Copy that.
So we're just going to do this once quickly.
Mike, go ahead and get behind Bravo.
Copy that, Sergeant.
Yep. So, Private Bolts, got a question?
Thank you, Sergeant. Do the seats on each side have a respective number? Are they odd, even? It would be important to know for... Oh, okay. Yes, Sergeant. Thank you. That's all I had, Sergeant.
Yep. That's fine. When you're unloading from this, literally all you gotta do is look to either your left or the right. You're simply unloading back to front. It's not alternating bits between sides, none of that crap. No. You're just, whichever side you're sitting on, just take a look towards your ramp, and when the guy next to you has left, you're free to go. You can hop out as well. You won't be alternating between sides, not that nonsense. So, simple row, back to front, that's it. Simple as that. So, this guy next to you has left, you can go as well. And when you're unloading, hopping out, then again, ARs are going to do their thing, and everybody else is going to fan out off of them and form a nice little circle around the entire backside or back end of the Chinook. So let's give it a go, shall we? So, Sergeant Simon, whenever you're ready, go and load your squad in. Once you're ready, go and load them back out.
Copy that. Alright, go ahead and start loading. We got permission to board.
Alpha copies, loading in, time now.
Bravo copies, loading in. We have permission to board, go ahead.
Bravo, we have permission to board, go ahead and load
take
up.
the right ramp seat. Call when you're in.
Copy, Douglas is in.
Shit.
Ian's in.
Doyle's in.
Actual Bravo is all in. Mike is in.
Archer's in. It only gave me one option though to get the door gunner seat.
Alpha's in.
Yep, the other one.
Alpha's all in at this time.
Copy
The
that.
other one's called crew chief.
All in.
But that's fine. All right.
Okay.
One of the sides is very fucking lucky this time.
Alright. Start disembarking, guys.
Yep. Let's get them out.
Alright, we're clear to disembark.
Copy that.
Clear to
Once you're
disembark.
Called out when you are.
Douglas out.
Mike is out.
Archer up.
Quickly get away from the ramp. Grab security. Keep us going. All right.
Alpha's
If the
out.
guy. Yep.
Alpha's all out.
All right. Special
Bravo, we all
just
out?
skipped quite a few guys there.
Fian's out.
Copy that.
Bravo's all out.
Copy, all out.
All right. Make sure your spat nice and even. Give each other some space. You wanna fan out a bit more. The back road of the Chinook's quite large, so give yourself some more room. If you feel that's tight, there should be a whole other squad here with you guys. So there's only 12 of you right now. There could be 60 more dudes bunched up here. So you fan out as far as you possibly can under that rotor blade. Alright, Private Gonzalez, you'll be too far. Private Doyle, scoot up front. Gonzalez, you too. Scoot forward a little bit, Gonzalez. You too,
Forward.
Doyle. All right. Feehan going pull forward as well, fill the gap. All right. All dandy. Okay. Again, take a look to your left, to your right. Remember that formation. All right. Looking good. So remember that. Go on. Stand back up and rally up on me. All right. You guys had a little hiccup when dismounting. So Specialist White actually hopped out of his door gunner seat while there was still three more dudes left in the helicopter. I understand that they were simply not moving, and I'm not gonna give this White any blame here because that's actually what you're supposed to do. If the guy next to you is not moving, then just one Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, and then just skip him and keep the fucking flow going. Don't want to get hung up by one guy that might be having a technical issue, or is not simply moving due to pure negligence. We don't know. All we know, he's not moving, so we need to skip him. So the rest of the unit can, or the rest of the element can get out. Suspicious White comment.
Thank you, Sergeant. I do want to add on to what you said. I honestly did not check the guys behind me at the time that I bailed out. I forgot to, or rather, I got hung up on the procedure from the Blackhawk instead of the Chinook, and I forgot to look. I realized that you said that it worked out, but nevertheless, I could have improved upon the way that I approached that, Sergeant. That's all I have.
Okay, there you go. Then I am going to place some blame on you, but however, we're all here to learn, so it ended up working out because the other guys were not moving, so I just thought you did that, but if you weren't paying attention, then make sure you do next time. But everything I said still stands. If the guy next to you is not moving, then count to 3 and then just skip him because we want to get the guys out as quickly as possible. All in all, guess it pretty well. I'm sure you'll do fine when we head out to our infill exercise. So, any questions, comments at this time?
Negative, Sergeant.
Negative,
Sergeant.
Is it yes, Sergeant, I have a question. Is it a live fire exercise?
No, it's not live fire. So you can rest easy. Private Archer.
Thank you, Sergeant. When I was loading in, I did not see the option to ride back. I don't know if there was no more seats left or what, but I was wondering if you could clarify on that.
It shows up. It doesn't. Just gotta wiggle around to find it. Sometimes it just disappears on you.
All right. In that
Arma being
instance,
Arma.
should I just grab whatever seat I can and keep the line moving, or?
I would suggest just scoot around the ramp a little bit, see if you can find the option, or you can just hit spacebar and pick the option from there, because you really don't want to be taking up a seat that you're really not supposed to, unless you literally have no other option. But you really gotta expend all of those before or resorting to that.
Understood. Thank you, Sergeant.
Yep. Any other questions, comments?
Negative,
Thank you,
Sergeant.
Sergeant.
Negative, Sergeant.
Okay. Now, before we do head out to our exercise, I want to touch on one more thing, which is extracting under fire. So if it's a hot extract, basically all the boarding procedures we just went through, I don't want to say go out the window, but generally speaking, they kind of do. So when the helicopter touches down during a hot extract, everybody needs to be on board Ricky fucking tick as quickly as possible. So you're not gonna fucking bother getting a nice fucking line going, make sure everything's in order, make sure ARs are first, team leaders, whatever. No. Point is, whoever gets to the helicopter first, hops on the gun, starts laying out suppressive fire. Everybody else piles in after him. and once everybody's on board, you're fuck off out of the LZ. Now, usually when we do this, a element on the ground, as soon as the helicopter is about to touch down, is going to deploy a wall of smoke to conceal the landing helicopter from enemy fire. And now I'm going to ask you guys the big question: how long do you think do you have during a hot extract?
I would say no more than 30, 60 seconds, Sergeant.
Okay. Anybody else?
I agree with that, Sergeant. 30 seconds.
I agree with that as well, Sergeant.
As fast as possible.
As fast as possible, yes. And remember what I said, that the security element or the infantry is going to pop smoke for concealment. You have exactly as long as you have that smoke covered. As soon as that smoke dissipates, you're too late. If you're not out of the LZ by then sucks to be you. So I would say you have as long as you have smoke coverage. So that's why as soon as the helicopter is about to touch down, you deploy the smoke at the very last second, and by the time it's dissipated, hopefully you'll be gone. And we'll be practicing that as well. So what the exercise is gonna look like is we're gonna be taking the Black Hawk out, gonna be landing somewhere, then setting up an LZ and calling the bird in for extract. Now we'll be simulating hot extract in that instance. So as it approaches, you'll get a call to deploy smoke at your sector or towards the direction of the enemy. Deploy that smoke, and as soon as the helicopter is on the ground, you bolt to it, hop in, and once everybody's in, we're gonna fuck up out of the LZ, hopefully while still having concealment. So that's what it's gonna look like. Any questions?
Negative, Sergeant.
Negative, Sergeant.
Negative, Sergeant.
Alright, then without further ado, Sergeant Simon, go and get your guys up, ready to board the Blackhawk, and once you have permission from Chief Task, we'll board and head out there.
Copy that, Sergeant. Alright, gentlemen, go ahead and get lined up on both sides of the Blackhawk.
Copy, Alpha's getting lined up time now. Copy that. Bravo's got the right side.
Bravo, we got the right side.
Okay. No, while I was typing that up, I realized you did the brief and I kind of missed it. Cliff Notes was, we touched
Mike
on
behind
this and
Alpha.
They step out, I go, come back down the boat, and then we fly back here.
Alright.
Earplug check.
Call it when you-
Wait for permission here.
Yeah, copy.
Yeah,
Stand by for
earplug check.
permission.
Earplug check, boys.
Earplugs are in.
Earplugs in.
Earplugs in.
Yep, mine are in.
Chief Das, do we have permission to board?
You are clear to board.
Thank you,
We're
Chief.
clear to board at this time.
We're clear to board. Go ahead and start loading in.
Clear to board.
Captain Douglas is in.
Wells is in.
Fian is in.
Arthur in.
Doyle's in.
White's in.
This is Alpha, we're all in at this time. Mike in. Bravo is all in at this time.
Copy that. All in, all in.
Copy, all in. Spooling.
No, you're not all in.
Up, standby.
Oops.
Phoenix Action 170, all in. Clear spool.
Roger that, clear spool. Elmire Air Base, this is Phoenix signing in on 7-5, spooling up Mike with helicopter parking.
Watch click, gentlemen.
Wait 30 seconds. Alright, proper security once we touch down, gents.
Roger.
Copy. Roger.
Okay.
Roger. On ground, go, go, go. Get on ground.
Bail out, Bravo.
I go.
All out, all out.
Bravo's Saturday.
Alright, get to the cover, get to the cover. Got some rock walls to the northwest.
This is Alpha, we're pushing those nearest rock walls at this time. Over.
This is Bravo. We're facing southeast behind a rock wall at this time.
Copy that.
This is Alpha, we are setting the rock wall at this time.
Copy. Alpha, I want you watching north to northwest. And then Bravo, I want you watching east to southeast.
Alpha copies.
All right, Alpha, you
Bravo
heard him.
copies.
North to northwest is our sector.
Roger.
Copy.
Got some military fortifications, 013.
Sure.
Copy that.
Alright, Simon.
Yes.
Alright, get your market dog open.
Copy.
New LZ marker 0741 and grade 242200. That is 400 meters to the east. So get you guys up, start moving in that direction.
Copy that. Alright, gentlemen. We're going to be moving east at a bearing of 074.
074.
We're going to move 400 meters to new LZ marker 071. 0741. Sorry.
0741.
Let's go ahead and start moving time now.
360 on it.
Copy that.
Moving
Bravo
time
will take point. Bravo,
Moving
we are
point.
moving
Copy.
east time now.
Start moving. Bravo's ahead of us. Those actual.
Say again, bearing over.
074.
Give me a strong left wedge.
Yep, move the LZ, secure it, call up to me once security is set.
Copy that. Once we get to the LZ, set up 360 security in cover. Let me know when you're set.
Set up 3-1 as your secondary. Now.
Copy that.
Copy.
Yep.
Alpha copies.
Copy.
You know, I just realized that
Alpha's gonna slow for 5 Sierra, let Actual get a little bit further ahead.
Actual, be advised. I just realized I don't have a dagger with my loadout here.
Copy. We're about 150 meters away to the northeast here.
Copy that. Just let me know when I'm about.
Specialist, do you want mine?
Get to those rock walls across the field to the northeast, and that'll be where we're at.
Good copy.
Alpha, go ahead and secure back the way we just came to the west. We're at the LZ time now.
Say again, actual.
Go ahead and cover back to the west.
Copy that. Alpha copies, rather.
Bravo, Bravo, bring it back. You're going a little too far.
Copy that. All right, let's bring it back.
Stay at the rock wall here, closer to Alpha.
Bravo copies. All right, we're pulling back to this rock wall here.
Just dig in when you can, guys.
Alright, gentlemen, take a look at the fucking LZ marker on the microdagger. Make sure you're not on top of it.
Same sector.
If you're covering that way, then your LZ shouldn't be in your way. It should be behind you, right?
Affirm.
So check the markers.
Alpha, go ahead and push out a little bit to the southwest, to kind of to that tree there, bearing 1230.
Hey, firm, we've got eyes on some cover over there at 250, 100 meters. We're moving their time now.
Ian has due east.
Wrong net.
Copy that. Actual, there's some cover at 250, 100 meters. We're moving to a time now.
Copy that.
Request pick up at LZ marker 0741 grid 242200. Break. Friendly positions to the southwest and northeast. 100 meters break. Hazards, weeds, another break.
This is Alpha. We are set at our position at this time.
Copy that.
LZ marked by green. Over.
Eluri, be advised. Team is set.
That didn't sound
covering
good.
to the northeast and southwest.
No, it did not. Coming from the base.
I was imagining that.
Get your smokes ready, gentlemen.
Copy.
Call on 30.
Alright, Grenadier, get your smoke ready.
Something like that shot.
Affirm. Yellow smoke loaded.
Alright, birds inbound.
Bird is inbound time now.
That's affirmative.
Alpha copies all.
Bird is inbound time now. Bravo copies.
Bird looks to be coming in from the northeast.
Copy 30. Popping green.
Birds come. Copy, birds coming in from the northeast.
Call when you want me to dump the smoke and number rounds, please.
Will do.
Green smoke is LZ. Green smoke is LZ.
Green smoke behind us is LZ. Bravo copies.
Get clear. Alright, yellow up, yellow up.
Alright. Go ahead and get smoke out the way you're covered and move to the chopper.
Alpha copies. We're popping smoke. Moving time now.
Mike, go ahead and get in. Mike, go ahead and hop in.
Whoever gets on the gun first takes it.
Mike, hop in.
Copy. Mike is in.
That's it.
Go ahead.
This Alpha, we're all in.
Go, go, go.
Copy.
Doyle's in.
False in.
Fian is in.
Copy that. Bravo's all in.
All in at
All
this
in.
time.
Copy, all in, lifting. Elmira Airbase, this is Phoenix signing in on 7-5, currently about 1 click out to your north, coming in for direct landing of Mike 1 helicopter parking in.
Get out. Good enough for government work.
Hop out.
Elmira Airbase, this is
Go ahead and rally up over here on Sergeant Lurie.
I was on.
Rally on Sergeant Lurie.
All right, now we're getting into the debrief part of this thing, or feedback on your performance. So the ground team. Now it's your turn to shine. I want you all to answer 5 questions. So, what went right? What went wrong? Why it went wrong? How can we improve it? Actually, that was 4 questions. So, so what went right? What did we do good? How do you feel? Go. Anybody?
I thought we disembarked quite well, Sergeant.
Okay. Special White.
Thank you, Sergeant. I'd meant to address a negative, but I'll point out a positive. From my point of view, it seemed like our smoke cover was good and that we mounted fairly rapidly.
Oh, okay. Okay. Your dismount was good. Now, what do you think you guys need to improve on?
Spacing a little bit.
Where?
Disembarking the chopper, making sure we're effectively spread out underneath the rotor blades.
Yep, you can always get better at that. So I'm gonna tell you guys. Actually, your smoke cover was okay. Could have been better. And your extract could have been better. Everybody guess why? 2 things.
Well, Sergeant Lurie, the first thing that stands out to me is that there was nobody on the port side door gun until I took it.
Yep, that's one thing. So whenever we're in a hot extract, whoever gets the gun first takes it. Also, you guys took a bit too long to get to the helicopter. The team that was right next to the helicopter pulling security, or the closest one, the northern team, I don't know which one it was, but the helicopter stood on deck too long before you guys started moving. As soon as that bird touches down, you are to move and get on board. You don't want that thing staying there any longer than it needs to. So, that's one thing. Also, your smoke screen, while offering good concealment, holy shit, that felt like Belgium during World War One, there was so much fucking yellow gas. Jesus. So you could have gotten away with half of the smokes that you fucking threw. Half as much. So don't go wasting them. So a couple smokes from each team during the direction of the enemy, that's completely fine. That's all you need. That's enough. So don't go wasting your throwables. It's all nice to lay down a fat smoke screen, but good probability is that by the end of an operation where you pull a fucking auto extract, you won't have that much smoke left anyway. So try not to use up any more than you need to. Also, one thing that I'm gonna pull out of my bag here is that once we had inserted and the helicopter left, what do you need to do as soon as the helicopter lifts off?
Get up and move to cover, Sergeant.
Exactly. You absolutely do not wait for anybody to tell you to do so. Everybody should have the common sense and the initiative to pick up and move to cover as soon as that bird is left. So the only reason we're pulling security is to provide security for it. Once the bird's gone, no more reason for us to stay there. And where do birds usually land?
Open spaces.
Open spaces,
areas.
exactly. So get the fuck out. Don't stay in the open. Move to cover. Alright. So any additional questions? Comments? Chief Task, you got anything?
Oh.
Alright.
A-firm, can you hear me?
Oh, yep. I can.
Yes, also to touch on the smoke, if you could throw it as far as you can humanly throw it, if the smoke is too close, it might cover up a hazard when the helicopter's trying to take off, and we might run into it inadvertently.
Yep. Good point.
That's all I had, though. Thanks, Sergeant.
So keep your fucking pin pants strong, guys. Throw those smokes far. Okay. Now, do you guys want to do this once again? Or do you feel like we have to move on? Also, there's an OSA class going on, so don't be alarmed. You guys are getting their range time in. So,
Duck and cover.
Yep. So, you guys want to do another run? Or you feel like moving forward?
Moving forward.
Moving forward.
Moving forward, I suppose.
Okay. All right, then we'll move forward, and maybe once we have time in the end, we will circle back to it. But just for now, keep those things that we pointed out in mind. Okay. So we've been at it for quite some time now. Before we move on to fast stroke, I would give you guys a 5-minute break if you need to, get a drink, take a piss, whatever. Go stretch your legs, or whatever, stretch your back or anything. Stand up from the chair of yours, then do it. Everybody stand up. Actually, yep, everybody stand up. And if you're back, then go on and take a knee again. So I see who's back. You got 5 minutes. Starting now.
Copy that.
Sergeant.
Stretch. Ooh.
All right, you beautiful bastards. Are we all back?
I think we're just maybe missing Private Doyle.
All right, let's do it like this. Sound off if you're not here.
Sarah Simon's here.
Really? Nobody? Terrific fucking audience. Okay. Move over to me, everybody, so we know who's here. Okay, so method work after we're still waiting on Private Doyle. Good. It's taking a long time. Could be having trouble.
Maybe you fell in the shitter.
Is anybody in the same squad as Doyle?
Negative, Sergeant.
Okay, that sucks. Any day now. Well, gets when he gets here. Let's keep this going. Okay. Alright. So, gentlemen, anybody want to guess what we're going to be doing next?
Fast roping.
Alright, fast roping is always the fun part. Alright. Everybody here, stand up if you do not have your fast rope key bound or have no idea what the fuck it is. Just one. Come on, every more of you. Don't be shy. Alright. Private Balch, go and stay up. And everybody else stand up with him if you have forgotten what you have bound your fast rope key to.
I'll be honest. I was looking.
There we go. Getting there. Alright. So, for everybody, we are using the fast rope hotkey bind to fast rope. We don't use the ascent rack anymore unless it's an emergency. So, to bind it, hit escape. Go to configure. controls from the bottom right, configure add-ons. Then from the drop-down menu, select ACE vehicles, and there's an option for fast rope. Now, bind that to anything that is not bound yet to anything else. Most people use insert because it's easy to remember, but as long as you bind it to anything that's not bound yet and you don't forget it, that's good. Also, under that fast rope option, there's an option for cut ropes. Everybody with the exception of Chief Dazcure has to make sure there is nothing bound to cut ropes. You don't want to accidentally do that. So just unbind it altogether. Once you're done, hit OK. Do not hit cancel because it will not save that way. Hit OK, and then hit OK until you're all the way out. And there you go. You have your key bound. Congratulations. You're one step closer to humanity. Now, on to fast roping. What are the benefits of fast roping over landing?
You can do it in a confined space if there isn't enough room to actually land.
Okay. Yep. Anything else?
You could also do it onto buildings or platforms.
Yeah. Anything else?
Sergeant, it gets them clear of the chopper very rapidly.
Yes, kinda, maybe, ish. No, I don't know. Yeah, sure. Anything else? If you're saying under a chopper is clear, then I don't know. Any other advantages over landing? Okay, guess not. My point being, there really is only one advantage. And that one single advantage over landing is terrain is not a limiting factor. That is it. That's the only advantage fast roping has over landing. Every other thing is a disadvantage. Private Doyle, get over here. Private Doyle, do you have your fast rope key bound or no?
Yes, Sergeant.
Good. Then we don't have to go over that. Got lucky on that. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Fast roping doesn't have any advantages other than the terrain factor over landing. It is way more dangerous because, you know, the helicopter is vulnerable when it's on the ground. It is even more vulnerable when it's hovering 20 meters above ground level, and everything within the three-click radius can see the motherfucker. It is a hovering target, so it's even more vulnerable. Second, there are a lot more steps, and steps and a lot more things that can go wrong doing fast roping than just landing. Because you're landing, just land, hop out. Fast roping, you gotta follow protocol. There are numbers being counted. People gotta remember shit, and that just causes more options for things to go wrong. So we don't fast rope unless it is for a specific purpose or when we just simply are not able to land. We will always try to land helicopters when possible. Fast roping is last resort, which makes it even more fun when we get to do it. Now, also during fast roping, it's when the role of the chalk leader comes into play, even more than during your normal landing insert. Because what is there for a chalk leader to do during a landing operation? Simply confirm that everybody's in the helicopter, that's it. He has more responsibilities during fast roping. First, numbering, counting people off, ensuring everybody gets out of the bird in time, operating a fast roping system, deploying it, communicating with the pilot. There's a lot of shit that's going on. So, we'll walk through it step by step. So, let's move over to the Blackhawk. because I'll teach while I'm demonstrating. Now, go ahead and one fire team go and line up for me on this side. Alright, so the order of boarding is going to stay roughly the same for fire teams, that is, generally. Now, ARs are going to be up front, team leaders at the back, and it is more important during fast dropping because they have specific numbers. So ARs are always going to be the first guys, which means they're first ones in and also the first ones out. The team leaders are the last guys in and the last guys out, other than the chalk leader, which allows them to stay on the guns for longer, provide more security. So you definitely want 2 team leaders at the back and both ARs at the front. So more firepower on the ground quicker and more security during the fucking insert. Actually, to paint a better picture, go ahead and let's have another fire team line up right behind him.
All right, Alpha, that's your cue. Douglas, go up front. I'll take the back as per usual.
Gonzalez in front of me.
Yep.
Come on, guys, nuts to butts.
Now, let's say this is a squad formation of how you're gonna board a helicopter. And now I'm gonna do a little switcheroo. Private Douglas, go ahead and scoot over all the way up behind Private Wells. Back up. All right. And where is Specialist Dallas? Go all the way to the back of the line between the Mike and Specialist White. And Medic, go and squeeze yourself in between the fire teams somewhere. Okay. So, alright, give him some space, guys.
Dallas, you're gonna have to back up a little more.
Okay. So, everything just got real confusing, right? Like, holy shit, we have intermixed the teams, everything's fucked. Now, allow me to explain what I've done. When you're air assaulting, of course you're counting up numbers on the line, so you go Wells 1, Douglas 2, PN 3, so on and so forth. So if the first guys in are going to be the first guys out, right? So if they are the ARs, then all the better. So if 2 ARs get on board first, they'll be the first ones out. It means more firepower on the ground quicker, and you're happier that way. Now, I also put both of the team leaders all the way to the back of the line. Why is that?
That way both teams are insured to get on.
Who said guns?
Private Archer.
There you go. Applaud that man. Correct answer. So they can stay on the guns longer. So the last 3 guys up in the bird are gonna be the 2 gunners and the chalk leader. Chalk leaders is the all the way last man, but before him are the gunners. You want the gunners to stay on there as long as possible. If it makes you feel better, you don't have to put the second AR up front. I would advise you to do so, but you don't have to. But as long as the 2 team leaders are all the way at the rear, that's fine. Now, if you're loading in from both sides of the Black Hawk, then Go ahead and both teams stand up again. Fix your ranks. Yeah, fix your ranks. Put it back in normal order. So.
Get it back up against us.
Yep.
Yeah, back
There
up
you
a
go.
little bit, guys.
Now,
Stay.
White, take your team to the other side of the helicopter.
Copy. On me, Alpha.
Okay. I'm not going to touch the AR at this time because they're not as bored as team leaders. But what you want to do is now, Specialist Dallas and Sergeant Simon go and scoot over to the other side. Actually, Sergeant Simon stay here. Private Dallas go to the other side, and all the way back up. Okay. So I moved one team leader over to their side, and the chalk leader, Sergeant Simon, in this instance, is going to start counting up numbers starting from this side, right? So he's going to count up this team and the mine first, then go over to their side and count up the second team, and then himself. What that causes the two team leaders to be the two last guys right before him. Right. Does that order make sense to everybody? So when you're fast dropping, just have one team leader from one side scoot over to the other side, so they're the two last guys in before the chalk leader. Does that make sense?
Whoa.
Yep, sort of.
Yep. So this is how you load a rifle squad into a Black Hawk when fast dropping. The AR is, take it or leave it, but the team leaders, for sure as shit, gotta be the two last men. Okay, go and recover, rally up on me. Remember that formation, guys. We're gonna move over to the Chinook now and demonstrate the order of boarding over there. Okay. So, Chinook can hold 2 rifle squads, right? Plus some extras. Now, how you go on about boarding this, it's a bit more tricky, yet in ways even simpler. So, Simon, go line up your squad on this side for me. Line everybody up.
Go ahead and Alpha, Bravo, get lined up to the right side of the Chinook, 45 degrees. Team leaders in the back.
Alpha copy.
Bravo copies.
Okay. Alright. Now, Sergeant Simon is still the chalk leader of the helicopter. Now, imagine there is a whole other squad on this side, lined up just like you are. Now, if Sergeant Simon is the chalk leader of the helicopter and he's the squad leader of this squad, then obviously he's going to load in this squad first, because he's got to be the last man. So he's going to load in these guys, and their order is going to be different from you. Alright, you, whoever AR, get back to your other team. You don't have to stay up front, and I will explain why in a second. So, if these guys over here get loaded in first, then only they need to have their ARs or machine gunners up front, because they are going to be the first 2 guys. Does that make sense? Yep. So that squad over here is going to put this or 2 machine gunners or ARs at the front, and the team leaders don't have to be all the way at the back. They can stay with their teams, because they won't be the last 2 guys out. So this squad will be loaded in, ARs up front. They're going to be taking the back seats. Once they're all in, Sergeant Simon is going to come over to his own squad and start loading you guys in. And you need to have your team leaders all the way at the back again, because you're going to be the last ones out. Does that make sense to everybody? Pretty simple, right?
Yep.
Yep. So this is something when you're conducting fast dropping with with Chinooks, that's something the squad leaders need to hash out amongst themselves to figure out which one's loading it first, who's the jock leader, and how you guys are positioned, so nothing gets fucky. But as long as the team leaders from the squad that is outlast are on the guns, everything's fine. Just something you gotta look out for. And everything else from there is fucking easy. Okay. And now, for practice's sake, we're gonna stay over at the Chinook and we're gonna conduct a little exercise on boarding and onboarding. But before, we're gonna talk about procedures. Now, of course, when you're loading in, first you're gonna get permission to board, etc., etc. Once you have it, you're gonna start counting off numbers. So, Sergeant Simon, being jock leader, would go on about something like this. Go Private Douglas 1, Private Archer 2, Private Doyle 3, Private Balch 4, etc., etc., until he's all the way at the back. Now, as for you guys, if once you hear your number, you are clear to board. Please do not forget your number. Do not do that. Remember it. Once you hear a number, you can board. A good habit is to give the chalk leader feedback that you've heard and received your number. I would say Douglas 1, you would say 1 copy, and then so on and so forth with every guy. Also, once you're boarding, feel free to call out that 1 in, or whatever your number is in. So again, everybody can hear you. Verbalize your actions as on the battlefield. And Sergeant Simon will, again, the chalk leader will eventually get to the back of the line. And then he will assign himself the last number and go in, call out the pilot that the last man's in, and everybody's happy. Now, that's how you get guys on board. Now, that all the way up to the LZ doesn't really happen. Once you start approaching the LZ, this is when the pilot and the chalk leader started working together. The first command is going to be issued by the pilot to the chalk leader, and that happens around the 30-second mark. And the pilot is going to call for the chalk leader to prepare the fast dropping system. Command being prepare system or prepare fast dropping system. Once you receive that order, the chalk leader will then ace interact with the helicopter and prepare the fast dropping system. And, call out system prepared. Now, as you're approaching the LZ, and the pilot starts to slow down and stabilizing the helicopter, he's going to call for ropes. Chalk leader will respond, ropes, 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 and deploy the ropes, once again, by interacting with the helicopter. Once the helicopter is fully stabilized, the pilot is going to issue the command, go. Go, go, go. Now, that is not a command for you to go, it is a command for the chalk leader to start, counting off the numbers, counting off the guys. And once the chalk leader hears go, 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 he's going to start with 1 go, 2 go, and then pause. Again, 1 go, 2 go, then pause. He's going to wait for the first 2 guys to get on the ground, and then he's going to move up, and call out next guys. A sequence of 2, because we only have 2 ropes. Now, once you hear your number, you're going to call out your number out. Yes. So let's say chalk leader hears 1 go, 2 go. He should hear 1 out, 2 out from the guys that are going. Do not say 1 going or 2 going. So let's say you have forgotten your number, and you accidentally call out the wrong number, and you say going. The other guy who actually has the number might mishear you and hear go, and he starts going, and then you end up with multiple guys in the ropes break, bad stuff happens. So the correct pro word is out. Do not say going. Chalk leader tells you to go, you say out. That's it. Now, chalk leader, once the 2 guys are on the deck, You're gonna call out for next 2 guys, rinse and repeat until everybody's out. Once Chalk Leader gets to himself, he's gonna call for his number, and last man, say Chalk Leader is whatever, it's 26, 26 out, last man out, and then he's gonna go. He needs to call out last man so the pilot knows that his helicopter is empty and he can leave. Now, once you're on the ground, it goes to everybody, once you're on the ground, get away from the helicopter immediately. Get away from the ropes. One, you don't want to be clogging up the pipe by allowing people to land on top of you, because bad things will happen. Second, if the bird gets hit and it drops down, you don't want it to drop directly on top of your head. So please get away from under the helicopter and pull security immediately. If somebody goes unconscious, falls off the rope, etc., leave him there until the bird's gone. Once the bird's gone, you can go back and treat it. But as long as the insertion is going on, he needs to remain there. Sorry. But you won't be going back under the rope to get him. Gotta wait for the bird to leave. Now, if at any point in time there is a threat arises during the fast rope insertion, either the chalk leader or the pilot has the authority to call abort on the fast rope. Let's say you spot a fucking BMB-2 staring directly at you, or you see an attack helicopter coming in. The chalk leader or the pilot can call abort, abort, abort. They will cut ropes and fuck off from the LZ. If you're still on the rope at that point in time, sorry, tough luck. The life of the airframe and those still on it is more important than your sorry ass. So that's just the way it is. Ropes get cut, helicopter bugs off. Now, if you are on the ground or in a helicopter, you are not the chalk leader or the pilot, and you notice a threat, you don't have the authority to call abort. Simply all you can do is radio up your chain of command or yell at the chalk leader, like, hey, there's a fucking hind coming in, and they will make the call. All you can do is pass on the information. Does everybody understand that? Excellent. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to do one practice run right here on the tarmac to see how you guys do. We're just going to be loading you guys up. Sergeant Simon is going to be acting as chalk leader. Actually, I'm going to be acting as chalk leader for the first time, and then we're going to do one little exercise out in the field. But just for this demonstration, I want to see how you guys perform. So I'm going to be so Sergeant Simon, if you can fall out the back of the line there, I'm going to issue all of your numbers. We're going to just do a small exercise here on the deck. So Chief Cadet asks, once we're all loaded in, just spool up and loiter or hover above the tarmac over there, and then we'll get those guys off the bird routed just to get the flow of things going, and you get the feel of the tempo and everything. But before we do that, does anybody have any questions? I've been talking for quite a while here, so is anything unclear? Anything I didn't touch on? Anything you want to ask it off the chest?
One question, Sergeant.
Private Archer, go.
Do you call your number out when you're out of the bird or when you hit the ground?
Before exiting.
Before exiting, because once you're on the rope or on the ground, nobody will be able to hear you anymore.
Roger, thank you.
So, you hear a number, you say your number out, and then hit the hotkey, and then slide down. Private Gonzalez, you have a question? Or I cannot hear you.
Sorry, I was muted. Yeah, you just answered my question. When I hear my number, I just press the hotkey and they will drop out, right?
Yep.
Copy that. Thank you, Sergeant.
Okay. Right, but let's get this exercise underway. So, Chief Desk, anything to add before we go?
Negative, nothing from mine, Sergeant. Thank you.
All right, we have permission to board.
You are clear to board, Sergeant.
Excellent. All right. So once you hear a number, remember it, and you're free to board. So, Douglas 1,
1 copy.
Archer 2,
2 copy.
Doyle 3,
3 copy.
Balch 4,
4 copies.
Gonzalez 5, Other Gonzalez 6,
6 copy.
Wells 7,
7 copies.
Krupp 8,
8 copy.
Feehan 9,
9 copy.
White 10,
10 copy.
Dallas 11,
11 copy.
Simon 12,
12 copy.
I have a
and
technical
Valerius
issue.
13.
Yeah, Archer still didn't see the option of getting back.
Dole didn't get the option to get in the back.
You know, you can interact,
Clear spool.
Clear spool.
change seat, right?
Alma Air Base, this is Phoenix Heavy signing on. Sympathize filling up with Mike 1 helicopter parking.
I stop on the run.
Who's on the gun?
Archer's on the gun again.
Leveling ramp.
Alma Air Base, this is Phoenix Heavy on. Sympathize with Mike 1 helicopter parking. Lifting for a hover above tarmac.
Also make sure your cargo in the car.
Prep rope system. Preparing system. System prepared. Ropes. Rope. Go. 1 go, 2 go. 1 out. 3 go, 4 go. 3 go, 3 up. 4 out. 5 go, 6 go. 5 out. 7 go, 8 go.
8 out.
9 go, 10 go. 9 out.
10 out.
11 go, 12 go. 11 out.
12 out.
Bring you guys up. Got around the Blackhawk.
Alright, gentlemen, let's go ahead and line up by the Black Hawk over here to the side.
Copy.
Alrighty. was one go, two go. Why we don't just say 1, 2 go? The reason is that you want to give the first white that little split second of a head start before the other one. Because the way we used to do it earlier, we had too many instances where two guys actually ended up hopping out at the same time, and this is where Arma tends to fuck up a little bit and throw them both onto the same rope. Ends up with one of them getting stuck at the top and just hanging there, not being able to do anything. And in order to fix it, we need to cut the ropes and redeploy new ones. So that's why we say 1 go, 2 go, just that the first guy gets that split second of a head start before the other one, to make sure that they both get on separate ropes. But that's all. So this is kinda the way. I'm not saying I'm perfect either, but this is how it's supposed to be done. And I want you guys to replicate it now. So, any questions before we go further?
Name Sergeant.
Negative, Sergeant.
Negative, Sergeant.
Negative, Sergeant.
All right, Sergeant Simon, as the most senior student and the only NCO here, you're up for the chalk leader position. So, Chief Task, I believe Blackhawk still has one more set of ropes.
Affirm, Sergeant, I believe so.
Okay. And actually, just for security, just for to be safe, we'll get him to the Blackhawk this time. So, Sergeant Simon, go and get your squad, get ready to board the fucking Blackhawk. Meanwhile, I'll get you guys an LZ, and we'll figure out the details with Chief Task. Sound good?
Copy that.
Alright, get to it.
Alright, Alpha, go ahead and hop on the west side of the bird. Get lined up. Bravo east side. Get the team leaders on both the east side, though. Medic hopping on the west side as well.
I will be on the east side with the other team leader.
PN in front of me.
Alpha copies. Bravo copies. Bravo is in place.
Copy.
Is Alpha all in position at this time?
Arch ready.
Gotcha.
Wait for permission aboard.
Still standing by, waiting to for permission to board.
Denied. We're fucking walking.
Simon, once you get permission from Chief, you can move aboard.
Copy that. Chief, do we have permission aboard?
Affirm, Sergeant, you guys are clear board.
Copy that. Thank you, Chief. Douglas 1.
1 copy.
Gonzalez 2.
1 send.
Krupp 3. Archer 4. Gonzalez 5.
Yeah.
Wells 6.
6 copies.
Doyle 7.
7 copies.
Balch 8.
8 copies.
Feehan 9.
8 in.
9 copy.
Dallas 10.
10, Roger.
And White 11.
Copy 11.
Simon is 12.
10 is in.
Alpha is all in at this time.
Copy.
Bravo is all in at this time.
Copy that. Chief, we are all in, all in.
Roger, all in.
All in.
Roger, spooling. Elmira Abyss, this is Phoenix signing in on 7-5, spooling of Mike 1 helicopter parking.
Prep system.
Preparing fast rope. Assisted prep.
Deploy ropes.
Ropes, ropes, ropes.
Go, go, go.
1 go, 2 go,
1 out. 2 out.
3 go, 4 go,
3 out. 4 out.
5 go, 6 go,
5 out. 5, 6.
7 go, 8 go,
7 out. 8 out.
9 go, 10 go,
9 out. 10 out.
11 go. Last man go.
11 out.
Last man out. Security on the compound, please.
With you, Sergeant Simon.
Copy.
I'll go to the other one.
Copy.
Copy that. You see a window or something? That's what you're looking for. It's weird seeing you without a AR. Just saying.
Alright, rally everybody up by the helicopter.
Alright, everybody rally up on the helicopter on the northwest side of the compound.
Rally up on the helo on the northwest side of the compound.
All right, gentlemen, how do you think that went?
Oh,
good.
That's pretty fucking smooth, right?
Hell yeah.
Yep. All right, good shit. Chief, anything on your part? Anything you noticed?
Nothing from me, Sergeant. Thank you very much.
All right, yeah, it looked good to me as well. Little nitpick on the last man thing. Just may your last words out of your mouth when you're before exiting the bird are last man. You kind of went last man out, pretty quiet at that, then just hopped out. So, just try to keep it to your number as well. So you're 12 out, last man.
Copy that.
Yep. So whatever number it is, out, and then last man. And loud and clear at that. Okay, but otherwise, very well done, Sergeant Simon. Well executed. Now, I'm gonna ask you guys: is there anybody else here? You're gonna have one more shot at this. Is anybody here that wants to try out chalk leading? Anybody want to give it a shot? Stand up within the next 3 seconds. A specialist white. Excellent. Congratulations. All right. So Sergeant Simon is going to take your spot as team leader. You'll be the squad leader / chalk leader. We have one more set of ropes on the Blackhawk. So go ahead and get lined up. And once you have permission to board from Chief Task, board up, and then we'll give it another go.
Copy that.
Yep.
Stand by. Stand by just a second.
Standing by. Alright, Alpha, go ahead and line up on the south side of the bird.
Alpha, we're
Bravo
going to the
on
south side
north.
of the bird.
Bravo, we're on the north.
Copy, south side.
Let's have both of the team leaders on the south side. Copy that. Whoops.
I just locked and loaded on A.
Copy that.
Fix that real quick.
Alpha, are all your guys lined up?
Alpha's men are all
Bravo,
lined up.
all lined up.
Alright, I heard you, Dallas, so I know
Future.
Bravo's all lined up. Chief Dask, do we have permission to board?
Do you got them all counted up and everything?
Negative.
If you could do that real.
Copy that.
Are we? Yeah, we're fast open. Yeah. Or are we?
I believe.
Yes, you're
I
fa-
believe so.
Yes,
Chief.
you are
Yes, sir.
fast dropping.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead,
So-
count them then.
Wells 1,
One copies.
Doyle 2, Balch
2 copies.
3,
Three
Feehan 4,
Four
Gonzalez
copy.
5,
5 copy.
Douglas
you have-
6, Gonzalez 7, Archer 8,
8 copies.
Krupp 9,
I got
Sergeant Simon 10, Dallas 11,
10 copy.
11 copy.
I'll be 12, and last man.
Clear to load.
Alright, we're clear to load.
Get them loaded up, guys.
Clear to load.
Thinking back, I might have fucked that up. Oh well.
Doyle's in.
8 in.
Field in.
5%.
Bravo is all in.
Alpha is all in.
Solid copy, all in. We are actually missing one.
Sergeant Eluri?
They're fine.
Alright. Now we're all in. All in, Chief.
Roger, all in. Spooling.
LZ mark 0747 north. 1 click. Grade 235 201.
Roger, tally markers 0747.
Lifting. Copy, lifting.
Prep rope system.
Copy, prepping rope system.
Ropes.
Copy, ropes.
Stand by. Yep. Go, go, go.
Copy, go, go, go. 1, 2, go.
2 out.
3-4, go.
3 out. 4 out.
5-6, go.
5 out.
Wait on you, 6.
No, Bruce.
6 out.
7, 8, go.
7 out.
8 out.
9, 10, go.
9 out.
10 out. Alpha's all out.
Bravo is all out. Actual's out. Establish 360 secured. Ice out.
360.
Got her on green.
Rather up on the green smoke to the west. Copy. Let's rally up on the green smoke.
Copy. On the green smoke.
Looks like we're all here, Sergeant Lurie.
That seems to be the case. I count 12. Excellent. All right, Specialist White. Little feedback on your performance. Pretty good. Didn't forget anything. You did have one hiccup with, I believe, number 6 it was. Whoever it was, I don't care. Just remember, if the number you're calling is not going out, if it's the same deal with when you're onboarding from the Chinook. If the person's not moving, then just give it a few seconds. Then you're okay to skip them. If you remember it, you're free to come back to it once everybody else is done. But definitely want to keep the flow going, so don't hang up the entire operation on one dude.
Copy that, Sergeant.
Yep, luckily he responded fairly quickly after calling him up the second time. Your counting was a bit more fast-paced. We didn't run into any issues here because the guys were smart enough to wait for the number before him to actually go. But just keep that in mind if you're calling for 2 at a time. In that manner, when you have a bunch of fucking bloodthirsty grunts eager to hop out of a helicopter, you might end up bunching them up on the same rope if they go out at exactly the same time. And that's definitely a situation you want to avoid, especially when, let's say, we're inserting on fire. So you want to keep the guys going as quickly as possible, and if you run into any hiccups, then it might cost you. So at some points, it's better to slow down just to be safe. Didn't cause any issues here, but something just to be aware of in the future.
Copy that, Sergeant. Understood.
Okie dokie. But other than that, good job.
Thank you, Sergeant.
Now, if I look at my clock, we're coming up to 2.5 hours. So that is our time up here. Does anybody have any last-minute questions, comments, any feedback to other students here? Chief, you got anything on your part? Yep, I agree. You guys did pretty well. Hope you learned. Something. Polish question.
Thank you, Sergeant. Previously, prior to Specialist White as Chalk, I got Arma'd as my animation ended for the fast ropes. It launched me up into the propellers, and I struck my head. I am surprised I even was conscious afterwards, but it happened. In the event that happens, is there a protocol for, like, seeking aid, or should I just, if I'm still conscious, should I just move to one of the 360 degrees for security?
Yep. If you're able to move, then go and move, grab security, just call up to your Mike or whoever that, hey, I got hurt. It's possible to hurt yourself even doing everything correctly. So, being Arma, fast roping is finicky at times. It happens. So.
Nay, firm. That was all I had. Thank you, Sergeant.
Yeah, but it's good to see that you still have your fucking head attached. Now, I think there are no more questions, comments from the floor. So I'm gonna go move into closing remarks here. You guys did very well tonight. I'm happy. Hope you guys learned something. Now, that being said, you are all now air assault qualified. You will get your shiny little air assault badge. Who's at E4 already? You should be getting it with the next, promotion cycle or next award cycle. If you haven't reached E4 yet, you'll have to wait. But once you get your Reaper Axe, your shiny badge will be on there. You can go back to your squads, your units, your elements, and conduct or help conduct air assault trainings. However, you are not eligible to qualify anybody for air assault. For that, you still have to come to air assault school. But you can go and run air assault trainings, and I highly advise you to do so. Keep your fucking guys on top of that shit. There's never enough air assault in this unit. Now, before I dismiss you all, however, just one more thing we need to get out of the way. Now, if anybody here is familiar with the history of 506 Air Assault School in this unit, when we brought it back in 2017, we named it after Staff Sergeant King. Now, Staff Sergeant King was one of our old members. He was an air assault school instructor back in his day. Some might even consider him a legend, but sadly, he passed away in January 2017. We even held a ceremony for him and all that. So he was a awesome air assault school instructor, kind of one who helped shape air assault into what it is today, kind of laid a foundation. And one thing that he used to do was at the end of every fucking air assault school class during graduation, he would have everybody get up and yell air assault together as loudly as everybody fucking could, because it's also one of our unit's official mottos, apart from fucking Kurahi. In addition to Kurahi. So, what I want you guys to do is to stand up now, and in the honor of old Staff Sergeant King, on the count of 3, give me the loudest fucking air assault you guys possibly can. I want my fucking eardrums to bleed after this. Everybody got it?
Hooah!
Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Air assault!
Air assault!
Thank you for that, gents. That was awesome. That being
Kurahi!
Good job tonight. Thank you for attending. Hope you learned something. And you are all dismissed. Thank you for coming. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday evenings. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, Sergeant.
You enjoy your evening as well, Sergeant.